Good morning, everyone. Alexandra Lysick here with My Sunshine Adventures. I'm super excited because we have our next calendar sponsor, and he is up and running. Wendy McCoy with Stearns Home Loans. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So Wendy and I know each other, and we were just laughing about this. The only story I have is Wendy and I, about a couple of years ago, maybe like a year ago,
Yeah.
we pressure washed some houses for the Mortgage Bankers Association nonprofit WARM, and we got to meet and get to know each other, and we've been working together ever since, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I know. You were with Wells Fargo before, and that's where we met.
Yes, ma'am.
And where and then you went from Wells Fargo. Where did you go from there?
I've just joined Stearns Lending.
Awesome.
We're the largest privately owned mortgage company in the country.
Okay.
And based on 2016 year-to-date volume, we're ranked number 15 in the country.
Wow.
So we're very large, but we're new to the East Coast.
Wow, and it's for someone who deals with mortgage bankers. That's awesome, you guys. Like, you can't even top those numbers, right?
Correct. Again, the swing for me now is to work. I've searched out a privately owned mortgage company.
Okay.
We're not bank owned. So all we do is originate home loans.
So what is that process for the homeowner itself? What's the difference there?
We think it's more transparency in the process,
Okay.
better communication, all hands on deck. So at Stearns, originators originate, processors process, underwriters underwrite, and closers close.
That's awesome.
It's really simple, right?
Yeah.
But it's get it in, get it out. We can close loans in 21 days. We can knock out the part. We're very competitive on our pricing.
Okay, so your rates are good.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And we service our loans. We sell direct to the investor. So we sell direct to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. We securitize our government-backed loans. So we don't layer the guidelines.
Okay.
We're not selling to Bank of America or BB&T or Wells Fargo. We go direct to the source.
So if they get a loan from Stearns, it stays with Stearns.
And we service the loans.
That is incredible. So that must mean so much easier for the client, for the insurance agent, for anyone involved in that process.
Again, communication's the key.
Yeah.
It sounds simple, but that's the culture at Stearns.
Okay.
We are a full product offering, so
Okay.
for USDA, VA, FHA, conventional. We also offer renovation financing.
Okay. And I know what renovation financing
Yes.
is, but what is that for our audience here?
So if you have a home buyer, it allows them to incorporate the cost of renovation in that purchase transaction. It's all one loan, bundled together.
So if they buy an older home and they want to let's say gut it and update it.
Or you have a house that's in really great shape, but you wish it had another full bathroom.
Okay.
Or a screened-in porch. Or a detached garage. Or a swimming pool. Right?
Okay.
So it's not just the fixer-upper.
Wow.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. The products are great, but what is it about Wendy that we all love and adore? What is this? Let's say a client comes to you and they have a question about, buying a home or even refinance. It's a great time to refinance.
Always a great time to refinance.
Yeah.
If you can drop it a point, a little plug there. If you can drop at least a point in interest rate, typically it's going to be a good idea to refinance. Dropping mortgage insurance, etc. A lot of reasons out there. Cash out refinance, paying off second mortgages, paying off debt. But going back to
Money.
there you go. But we were just discussing before we got online here. My goal is to educate the customer.
Yeah.
Empower them to make their decisions, and that's where it really starts. And then go back. I might have mentioned this before. Communication.
Yeah.
Right.
Biggest key here is communication.
Stay in touch with all the parties.
Yeah.
I'm an old guy. I've been doing this 29 years, be 30 years next 2017. I still enjoy what I do. I love the people contact. And it's really cool. It sounds kind of hokey, but it's really cool putting someone in a house.
Yeah.
Or taking an existing homeowner and saving them $100 a month, or whatever the case may be. And oh, by the way, going back to reno, I got to mention that. Sorry.
Pause for break.
I'm so sorry. An existing homeowner who wants to do some repairs or upgrades to their property, if there's insufficient equity to do a traditional cash out refi, you can also put in a renovation loan on an existing house.
Okay, so we're going to put this into normal people terms. Let's say that one more time, but in the way that anybody who doesn't do mortgages or insurance can understand.
So if you're a current homeowner,
okay,
and you're trying to build that detached garage,
okay,
or make some upgrades to your property, but maybe you don't have enough equity in your house to do a traditional cash out refinance.
which means that you have paid off enough into your loan that has
Bingo.
created equity for yourself without that loan being involved.
Perfect. That's the best definition I've heard in a long time.
Okay.
Renovation financing allows us to do a higher loan to value. You don't need as much equity, and we look at the as completed value. So we look at, we
Okay.
get an appraisal based on the work you're going to do.
Wow, so that can actually increase the value of your home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which would make the resale value better as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's some benefits to that.
Huge.
Wow.
Or, I talked to a lot of customers who really like the neighborhood. I love where I live, but the house is not large enough.
Okay.
Or I really need that extra full bath or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So instead of selling and buying, they just renovate their current property.
Okay. So at that point, how would the process when they come to you for any of those questions? You take the call and then you educate them.
Absolutely, yeah. And we do a lot over the phone, fax, email, but I prefer to sit face to face.
Okay.
I treasure those opportunities, right? But really, just start from scratch. Let's talk about what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish. Then we work in the numbers, and then let's talk about the qualification piece.
Okay.
And it's never too soon to have that conversation.
Okay.
Never too early in the process to have that conversation.
So let me ask you a question that I get asked a lot. If you're just going to go sit down with a mortgage banker, first time consultation, just thinking about the process.
Right.
What documents do they need to bring?
Nothing but your smiling face.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
But now, if we have the conversation before you come in, I'm gonna tell you to bring your pay stubs and your W-2s and your tax returns and your bank statements if you have those readily accessible.
Yeah.
But for initial consultation, I don't need any documentation.
That must be really helpful. I know a lot of people out there, they get concerned. They're like, I don't want to have to give all these documents to
Right.
someone and just to get my questions answered.
Right. I don't have to pull a credit report. I don't have to pull that kind of information unless you want me to take that next step.
Okay.
So it's no commitment.
So until something else I hear a lot too is facts or fiction. Should they see a mortgage banker before they start looking for a house?
Absolutely.
Okay, and why?
You want the money in your pocket,
Okay.
literally. Okay. If you qualify for $200,000 house and you're looking at $300,000 houses, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
You want to know what you can get.
Right. Or you don't want that payment for a $300,000 house, but you don't know the payments run.
Okay.
So it really puts you in the driver's seat. So when you're talking to that prospective seller, you got some ammunition. You've got clout. And
Okay.
you have a way to actually make this transaction work other than just talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, is there any other advice that you can give out today that might help people with a refinance or with the thought of purchasing a new home?
Pick the phone up and call.
And how do they do that?
910-612-5166. That's my personal cell. And
Okay.
that's on my hip all the time, as you can tell. And if I
He's
miss
so
you leave a
cool.
name and number, I'll call you back. But have the conversation with the banker up front, a mortgage lender up front. Don't be shy about it. Don't be hesitant, And if you're thinking about doing something 6 months from now, today's the day to make the call, really.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining
My
us,
pleasure.
Wendy.
Thank you.
You guys, y'all can see his calendar sponsor banner on the website. All you gotta do is just click on it, and it'll take you right to his website. It's got all of his contact information. It's got a lot of things about their products and what they offer, where he's located. And he is an awesome friend of mine, so make sure to support him. Everybody have a great and sunny day, and we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you.
Bye.